Hi everyone, Andy and Jenny Fitzgerald here, and today we want to talk about why couples miss each other. And today's going to be kind of a two-parter. We'll do another one on Sunday. And also, just want to give you a heads up, this one's going to be a little bit PG-13, unlike our other G-rated videos. This one we're going to step it up, but it's not going to get too crazy. But Jenny and I, for a lot of times in our marriage, for years in our marriage, experienced a tremendous amount of pain because we were just emotionally and relationally missing each other. And we know a lot of couples who've been in that place for a very long time where they just cannot connect emotionally, cannot connect relationally. And for a lot of reasons, is they just don't know what to give each other in the marriage.
So we found a book that has been a great tool in our marriage. It's called Love and Respect. And we went through it as a couple with a few other couples at our home about a year ago. And although I can't say that we loved the entire book, there were some incredible principles that we put to practice, and it's been extremely helpful.
Yeah, and the basic idea is that what a woman is looking for more than anything else from her husband is love, is a sense that I am considering her and thinking about her, giving her that unconditional love. And what a guy is looking for is a sense of respect, that she appreciates and understands who I am as a person and as a man. And so the book gave us this assignment. And for one, it was just very helpful to get those two terms down. Because as I really thought about it, I mean, if you really had to reduce it all down, yeah, what I'm looking for is a sense of respect, is that you really do think I'm valuable. Not that, she will do everything I say or that sort of, crazy thing. But she really appreciates me as a person and as a man.
And I really want to feel loved by him. I want to feel cherished, taken care of, looked after, loved. I really want to feel loved. I mean, respect is nice, but it's not love.
Yeah. So this book gave us an assignment to share with our spouse the top 2 ways that Jenny could demonstrate respect towards me and that I could demonstrate love towards Jenny. So Jenny, what did you share when I asked you that very important question?
My first one was that I wanted him to co-parent with me. All these years of parenting, I felt like I am the head coach, and I hate being in charge. I don't like leading on my own. I thrive when I'm in a partnership, and I want to be in a partnership with him. So I invited him to be with me in the medical visits and the health of our kids, and the education of our kids, and discipline, all that stuff. I want him to think about our kids and how we parent them with me. And the second one was consideration. It means the world to me when I know that he has me in mind. If I am not feeling well, I see that he's thinking of ways he can come in and help in the house. Or if I know I have a big event coming up, I see that he will think about taking the kids so that I can have some free time to prepare. So those 2 things.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, there's a lot of times where I just wanted to get my father duties done so I could go on and do my thing. So rather than being like emotionally with her in parenting or just in the day, I'm thinking, all right, how can I get this chore done as quick as possible so I can do my stuff? And for me, the top 2 ways that I shared with her to demonstrate respect was, one is if the house could just be cleaner throughout the day or when I come home, because I'm more of an orderly, neat kind of guy, and I just appreciate a house that looks good and that I can operate in. And so I asked if she could just step it up a little bit more in terms of keeping up with the laundry and that sort of thing. And the other area had to do with the whole area of sex, is that we were having sex, but I wanted to have it more frequently. And I understood that there's differences between men and women in terms of their sex drive. So I didn't want to come too strong with it. But if I had to be honest, if she wanted to show one tangible way to demonstrate that she understood me, is that if we could do it more frequently.
So when we first talked about these 2 things, it was not just a little uncomfortable, it was very uncomfortable, and I felt threatened a bit because not that I didn't love Andy, but I was scared. I really thought, oh my gosh, if I start giving him these things that he wants that show him respect, what does that make me? What if he doesn't love me back? And even though I had known him all these years, and he is a very good man, it was still very risky for me. But one thing that really helped me is I thought about my kids, and I thought about how I jump at an opportunity to give them what they need, because I want them to do well, to be well. And the truth is, I want Andy to do well and be well, and my showing respect to him plays a big part in that. And I want to do that for him.
And what we discovered is that those two things, love and respect, just opened a whole new way of relating to one another. It's like we finally had an avenue to make this marriage work and for us to really connect. That, yeah, Jenny needed me to truly love her, to consider her, and that's what I was to do. And that Jenny now knew what I kind of deep down needed. It was a sense of respect. And then we had two very tangible ways to do that. And so as we started to apply that, it just made the marriage stronger and stronger, and we were able to finally connect as a couple and feel like we're growing in this thing. So it was a very beautiful thing.
And I hesitate to say these next things, because I know what it's like to feel like you're in a relationship where your husband is not loving you. And I did feel like that. Not that you weren't, but we were missing each other. But I have seen Andy love me in ways that are so meaningful to me. When I want to talk to him, his phone is down, his computer is closed. He is all there. And I don't know if it's because I've been asking him for years, ask me follow-up questions. I love follow-up questions. But he'll say, well, how did you feel about that? Well, how did you think it went? And he is engaged with me. He takes our kids to the doctor. He's asking me about education. In fact, when our kids went to a new school, he did all the application process, and that was a big-time communicator of love. So
after years of pain and frustration, it's so nice to get connection. So we want to encourage you to do that assignment coming up in the next few days. Is talk to your spouse and share.
Be honest.
Be very honest in a respectful and loving way. What are the top two ways, wives, that you can show respect? Ask your husband, how can I show you respect? And for wives or for husbands to ask, all right, how can what are the top two ways that I can show you love?
Yeah, and I want to add, when you do this, you can do it one of two ways. You can think, I have to do this. Now I'm obligated to do this. And I promise you, there is no freedom, there is no joy in that. And I understand being scared, but there's also another way. You can think about how powerfully you're able to bless the human being that you married, and jump in, take a risk, go all out, and find out what is going to communicate respect to your husband or love for your wife. And just go for it. And report back in. Tell us how it goes.
Yes. So tell us in the comments what you think and how's it going. Also, in our next video, we're going to talk about how do you break what's called the crazy cycle. That when the man doesn't feel respected, you know what he's going to do? He's going to withhold love. And when the woman doesn't feel loved, you know what she's going to do? She's going to withhold respect. And that's where couples often find themselves, is in this cycle where I ain't giving her love because I ain't feeling any respect, and she's not giving me any respect because she ain't feeling the love. How do you break that? Well, we're going to share how you can break that and see breakthroughs in your marriage. So thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you next time. And don't forget to put your comments below.